Hey guys, Kansas97 Stowe 171. We are back with Euro Truck Simulator. This is part 2 of the drive to Stockholm. I think I'm going to go ahead and continue driving at night. It's not actually that dark, unfortunately. I thought it'd be kind of cool to show a night drive, but I guess because we're so far north, it's not really that dark. I was going to take a break, but screwed that up, and somehow the brake option is now no longer showing, and I can't get it to reappear. Also, I don't think we have enough time, because if I take a break, it'll be I think it's an 8 or 10 hour break, and it's got to be there by Sunday at midnight, and it's Saturday at midnight basically now, so that's 24 hours, and we still have quite a distance to go, so I don't want to risk it. So let's just get going. We'll deal with driving at night. Let me that there. No. There, that's what I was trying to do. Let's take a look at the map, see where we are. So we're here. We have to go all the way up to there. Probably can do that. But let's do the night drive anyway, just in case. Put the high beams on. You can see I have, there's some ambient lighting in the truck, which is kind of cool. That was a option. Don't remember what the weight is on that. I think it said when I looked at the cargo delivery.
Go straight on.
Fuck. That lane ends. Well, no it doesn't. A lot of times when it says go straight on, that right lane disappears, that right travel lane disappears. Maybe up here in the Nordic countries they don't do that.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
that's an interesting looking trailer. Oh, it's a tanker. The lights on the back of it had a really weird looking shape. You see, it almost looks like dawn up ahead of us there. We might get an early delivery bonus for getting the freight there sooner than expected. I don't remember. Nice, pretty smooth road as far as curves. It's nice, gentle curves. At least for right now.
Go straight on.
Gonna drive badly here and stay in the left lane. I seem to be going faster than the car traffic too, so there's nobody in the right lane either. Never been up this way, so it'll be interesting to see. Stockholm, and I've actually been to Stockholm and Malmo. But it was a long time ago and I don't remember a hell of a lot. Other than it was beautiful. It's wild how that looks like the sunrise. Could be sunrise. I don't know what time it would be this far north. Excuse me, guys. Real life intruding into the yeah, we actually should be able to deliver that pretty easily. We've driven half the distance already since we started just now. So should be able to easily make the delivery, and maybe we could have done the sleep break if I'd have.
Go straight on.
What happens with that is that you pull into a parking space and then it offers the option, and you turn off the engine. You can turn off the engine, then it says, do you want to you can rest now. But if you play around with the navigation system, or that little info box that's down there on the lower right normally, that offer goes away. And then what you have to do is either move to a different parking space. Sometimes you can back up out of the parking space and then move back into the parking space. It'll then ask you, it brings back that question again.
Go straight on.
I had tried that before I started the video, and it didn't work. So I thought, well, instead of wasting time, what the hell is this? Yeah, so we're only 183 miles from the delivery,
Keep
so
right.
we will
Then
just
exit right.
finish the delivery today. Shit. Stockholm.
Exit right.
That's an abrupt exit off of a highway. Pretty cool how the little signs there on the side are blue and yellow, which are the colors for Sweden. That's cool. don't have that far to go. I think I'll just stay over here behind the other trucks and run
Go
the speed
straight
limit.
on.
Run the speed limit for a while. It's one of the things that's hard to get used to driving European Truck Simulator is the speed limit changes. 50 miles per hour on the highway. You'd never find that anywhere in the U.S. What the hell is this guy doing? Minimum speed on an interstate in the U.S. is 55, and honestly, you would never find that. Even running through a city, it's usually 60. Across a lot of places in the U.S., across Texas, the speed limit's 80. It's not a differentiated speed limit either between truck and car or night. There are places on I-35, north-south through Texas, where they have differentiated speed limit for night and day. I don't remember what it is, but I think it's a 5 mile an hour difference, which seems kind of pointless, honestly. 5 miles an hour is not going to make any damn difference safety-wise. But other than that, there's no differential speed limit for trucks and cars. And there's one highway, I think it runs across to Houston. I don't know exactly where it is, where the speed limit is actually 85. But across most of Texas, it's 75 or 80 miles an hour. And pretty much everybody can run whatever speed they want. I mean, in a car, you know, you can safely run 80. If the speed limit's 80, you can safely run 85, and no one is going to bother you. Cop's not going to pull you over. Nobody's going to even notice. Certain sections, you'll find people going way faster than that. I've been rolling along westbound, middle of nowhere, Texas. I never do it by myself, but I've been behind people running triple digits for 2 hours straight. Run along at 105. Like I said, I never do it solo. That's insane. It's too much risk, police-wise. But you know, if I'm behind a big pickup truck or something, just hang back about 20 or 30 car lengths and hang out in the wake of the big dually truck. But I mean, there's sections out there in the west where it's just literally straight and flat for, you know, 200 miles. It's really, there's no exits, there's nothing to worry about. A couple of those towns, the speed limit doesn't even change as you go through the town. It stays 80. That is one of the things I've had to train myself a bit more on European Truck Simulator, is to just go slower. Because like, this is pretty smooth road here. It's pretty straight with just gentle curves, but there are a lot of places where the highway is surprisingly twisty and winding. I'm guessing that in Europe they kind of ran the freeway systems, you know, around the landscape a bit more. And I think in the U.S. Oh, look, there's some airplanes up on pedestals here on the right.
Go straight on.
It feels like in Europe you guys just wound your highways around the landscape a bit more, and maybe in the U.S. we just sort of, maybe there was less landscape to maneuver around, or maybe we just plowed through it straight and didn't really care. Most of our major highways were built in the 50s and 60s. That's when it was started. So certainly less concern about disruption of landscape and ecological stuff. kind of helpful to look at the GPS, the map there. You can use that to see, gee, how curvy is the road up ahead of me? Can I run over the speed limit a little bit? Or should I really be going what they tell you to go? Okay. Why the fuck did you do that? Okay. Like, seriously, dude? I guess he got to the left because that car was merging on, I don't know. Shit happens in real life too, guys. I mean, I bitch about the AI vehicles, and they are a bit on the dumb side and do some unpredictable things. However, people in real life do that shit too. Oh, I'm in the far left lane. Let me jump to the far right to hit my exit. That kind of stuff happens all the time in real life too. I should not be hanging out in the left lane here either right now because I'm falling up this hill. But so I guess this will be a two-part video. I was thinking it was going to be a three-part, but we're only 65 miles from destination. We're only 17 minutes into the video, so I think it'll be fine to break it into a two-part series. Be interesting to see. I don't know whether there's like an option for snow in the game or not. Be interesting to see if there's some seasonal changes. Can you drive? Is there snow and ice and stuff on the ground? I've never experienced that. I'll have to check in the settings and see if there's an option for that. It doesn't give you a date. I don't.
Go straight on.
I'll check when I get parked. It has a delivery date, but I don't know if it tells you the actual, calendar date, or does it just say Saturday at such and such time? I don't know. I don't remember. I think snow might be kind of difficult to simulate, perhaps. This highway is like pretty gently curved. I'm surprised the speed limit is 50. Because I'm running 65 and have really no problems at all. But it could be a fuel efficiency or EPA. There's all kinds of reasons why trucks are regulated to lower speeds. Noise can be a reason too. The truck tires run down the road. A lot of the noise, I'd say the vast majority of the noise that you hear from a truck is actually the tire noise and wind noise. So that could be a reason. One thing I do remember about my trip there's a Scania dealer there on the left. One thing I do remember from my trip to Sweden was the moose fencing on the sides of the highway. I asked what that was all about, and they're like, oh, it's for moose. And I'm like, really? Wow. Hitting a moose would probably be a pretty bad day. Bad enough hitting a deer at highway speeds. Maybe that has something to do with the speed limit. This is a simulator, not real life, so we're breaking the rules a little bit. It is easy driving up here, though, I will say that.
Go straight on.
The highways are pretty nice. And I remember that being the case when I was there. I remember the road surface was kind of very gravelly.
right, and then exit right.
I remember the road surface was quite rough compared to what I was used to. Wow, that's a giant roundabout.
At the
That's cool.
roundabout, take the first exit.
Look at this thing.
Exit now. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
They must use... Oh, there's another cool roundabout. They must use quite a bit of large aggregate, you know, in the asphalt. It was asphalt,
Exit now.
but it was just really... had a really rough surface. And was quite noisy, actually, driving at speed.
Get ready to turn left.
Quite a good humming noise. But I imagine that might be for winter time
Turn left.
or for rain, you know, to help with traction. Well, it falls on its face right there when you tap the throttle.
Turn right.
I guess that's it.
Finally, we are here.
Yeah, see, like it says, press enter for the delivery options. That's what I mean about it offering what you know, something to do. Okay, so we're going to park it right there. And if I was to drive away, the parking thing does actually pop back up even while you're trying to maneuver and park. But when you're in a parking spot and you're going to rest or other options, sometimes they disappear, and only to make it re-engage, you have to like drive away from the point and go back to the point or to another point. So our spot is right there, so what I'm going to do is just do a big ass U-turn. Actually, you could use that lot over there too, the one over there, farther out. You always want to be thinking about, like, how do I not... You don't want to do a super tight turn if you can avoid it, especially in the U.S., because when you get that at tight angle, you end up scrubbing the tires on the trailer, especially with weight on them. And you just wear your tires out a lot faster because you're scrubbing them sideways as they pivot. Less of an issue with this truck because those two trailing tires pivot. That helps. And the front drive axle there also pivots. But you might prefer to go back into that if you know there's a bigger lot back there with more room. I don't think it is actually more room than what I have here. And I'm just going to stay third person. See, there it pops up with that. Do you want to skip this? See, that front drive tire is turning. And those trailer tires, now I have to be careful there. Sometimes the shit gets in the way. The end of that trailer will swing a bit, and you could possibly hit the trailer over there, the red trailer. Now, there's not much overhang on this trailer, so it's not too much of a risk. But that is a risk with driving a rig. If you have your tandems forward, that end of that trailer will swing outward the opposite direction, and you can clip the bumper, like when you're pulling out of a parking space at a truck stop, or backing into it, or pulling out of a dock or into a dock. The end of that trailer swing, you can take out something because you can't really see it when you're driving. One thing I love about these European trucks, they turn so good. Try that in a long-nosed Peterbilt or something, and good luck. God. Mentioned my propensity to oversteer, and I'm doing it again. And I know I'm doing it, and I still do it, and it still pisses me off. And I guess in the end, the only important thing is whether you get it parked safely, but guys, park the brake, engine off, unload the trailer. Don't understand why they're still showing the Halloween stuff. We're outside of the month, but let's take a look at the map, see where we are. I mean, I know we're in Stockholm, but there's a bunch of, this would be a good opportunity in the game to, like actually drop your trailer someplace and bobtail around and explore all these little roads and extend your, there's a couple other little towns right here. So this would be a good opportunity to do that. I'm not going to do it right now. I got stuff I got to do here in real life, but I'm probably going to leave the truck here, and I might do that, drop the trailer at this location, and then just bobtail around to all these little roads, discover all these businesses. You get some XP for travel, but it also gives you it opens up some options for quick travel as well. So I think you can only quick travel to a place you've actually been. I'm not totally sure, but you could, while you're up here, maybe look for a load from Stockholm to Oslo, or to Christianen, or Bergen, or Stavanger. Get some freight up here while you're up here and explore the area completely. Pretty cool. So I haven't driven any of this over here either, and the big area is over here, Belgrade, Istanbul. I haven't done any of this down here. I'd like to do it'd be interesting to take a trip. I think that's what I want to do, is probably stay with this truck that I have, or even go back to my older gold Man truck, which is a little easier to maneuver, and start taking some freight to the far reaches of the map, Istanbul. That'd be really cool, just to see the change in terrain and weather. Same thing down here to the bottom of Italy, Spain, driven in the UK. I wonder why they don't have Scotland or Ireland. I forget which one's which right here. Sorry guys, my geography's not that great. I should know better, but it's interesting they don't go far. Maybe there's nothing up here, but it'd be interesting to go into the far north, into the Arctic there. So that's what I think I'm going to do in the future, is do some travel to Istanbul. That'd be a neat video. Do a multi-part. Try to keep it under 30 minutes per video, and just go to some interesting locations. I think that's, at this point, I've shown you all the trucks available in the game. So really, the only thing left is to show you some interesting scenery from the game, and maybe do some thinking about what truck I want to do that exploring in. It might be this Man truck. I really do enjoy driving that truck a lot. But that DAF truck had digital mirrors too, and it was pretty damn nice driving also. So, I don't know. Or the Renault. I like the Renault a lot too. Got good visibility out the windows, which would be nice because you'd be able to see more. All right, guys. I think that's it. Ken's 97 Stowe signing off. Have a good one and be safe out there.